Distorted View Daily proudly presents another Craigslist personal ad selection, as read by Cheryl Murkowski.
Make this toilet pig lick your toilet or a men's room toilet in New York City. Toilet pig loves to get his face down in the bool. You stand over me while I am naked on my knees and make me thoroughly lick the seat, around the rim, and inside of your toilet, and even the floor around the toilet, or even better, the toilets of a public restroom if you have after-hours access to one. If it is a public restroom, you can even have me use my mouth and tongue around the inside of the urinals. Have me take multiple cum, spit, and piss loads while I'm working the toilets. Gag me on a cock. Make me suck your bools and lick your ass crack. Make me rest my chin on the edge of the toilet and piss into my open mouth. The nastier, the better.
Hey, freaks, it's Wednesday, April 24th, 2019. Coming up on the program today, shucking your dick into some slimy oysters. Plus, vapid Instagrammers are ruining the planet. Going on a sex doll shopping spree, and the dickless tattooed man returns to his catheter. All coming up today.
I'm a human being!
Are you on the internet? Isn't that for techno geeks with spreadsheets?
The guy, he's in the dirty underwear or something. I don't know. He's sniff freak.
This is the biggest watermelon I think I ever seen.
It's the Distorted View Show with Tim Henson.
Hey, freaks! Tim Henson back here with you for the Wednesday podcast. Got a good one for you today. If you talk to people under the age of 30, they will tell you that Facebook is really for old people. For your aunt, for grandma. Anyone who is of any value to society, well, they're on Instagram. I, yours truly, media darling Tim Henson, I am on Instagram. However, I don't use it right. I was going through some Instagram profiles, and Jesus Christ, people love to take photographs of themselves. That's the main purpose, and I can't do that. I feel weird posting multiple pictures of myself in a day. That's why, like, on my Instagram feed, you'll see pictures of things. Occasionally, there'll be a picture of me, but mostly it's just like, here's an ancient pack of Alf trading cards. Here's a hole in the wall that kind of looks like you can stick your dick in it. I don't even know how these people can say that Instagram and Facebook are in the same universe. I mean, say what you will about Facebook. It's horrible. I hate Facebook. I get it. But, like, you can write things. You can express yourself. Opinions, ask questions, provide links to things that you are finding interesting. Instagram is just like, check out this fake version of me. I'm super airbrushed. Got big twinkly anime eyes. It's like, that is not what you look like in real life at all. These same people make fun of Facebook. Yeah, that's for your grandmother to share recipes. But that's kind of more interesting than staring at your plastic fake skin. You know, I don't want to be in this fantasy world you've created for yourself, where you think you look like that. There's a great subreddit called Instagram Reality, and pictures are posted of people who obviously have photoshopped or face-tuned themselves. The people in the subreddit are great because they dissect every inch of the photo. They'll look in the background, like if there's a brick wall, they can see, like, they'll point out the distortion. Like, see how the brick wall warps? Because she used Facetune to suck in her gut. Other people will find the original photo, because a lot of times it'll be like a group of friends, right? And one girl will post a heavily altered image on her Instagram account, but her friend will post the real version. It's like looking at a picture taken in the upside down. You can vaguely tell that it's like the same place and people, but it's all weird. Vice News, I don't know how you feel about Vice, but they did a story about some poppy field in South Carolina. This giant, like acres and acres of just a field of poppy. It's really pretty. I mean, it's being destroyed by Instagrammers. Yeah, these Instagrammers come, they want their pictures taken in the field of poppy. They're killing all of them.
A rare super bloom of poppies is blanketing Southern California. Thousands of people are showing up every day to get a glimpse. It's just the third time it's happened in the last 12 years.
We do have a lot of habitat damage from people going on the small trails on the sides to take pictures of the flowers.
That woman screaming is a woman that works at the park, right? And what's happening is there's a main trail you're supposed to walk on, and people sort of like wander off the trail. And when enough people do that, the grass is killed and it kind of starts making new little trails. And those people go further and further into the poppies. You're really just killing all of the grass and the flowers.
Normally, she gives educational tours, but these days, she's busy policing a new pest.
Yeah, there are people in the fields doing backflips, laying there.
While taking a picture seems innocent, California poppies are fragile and can be destroyed easily.
Oh, I think the Instagram's ego is more fragile. You can't tell them not to do something.
This park was created specifically because of the poppies that are here.
There's a woman standing in the middle of a bunch of poppies, spinning around like a 2-year-old.
And if they get stepped on or sat on to take a picture in it, that kills the one purpose of this park. So this is what happens when people go off trail.
There's a bunch of dead land there.
Off as a small trail.
There's a big indentation of where hundreds of poppies used to be.
And then other people think that since somebody else already stepped there, it's okay for them to walk out there. We get people who just think they can do whatever they want, and we'll talk to them and tell them what they're doing wrong. They don't care.
Of course they don't care.
They don't care if they're damaging the habitat. They just want their picture.
They want them likes.
If people post a picture on Instagram or Facebook and they tag us and it has them sitting in the flowers, we'll write a note on it.
It's way too polite of a note. It's like, hey, just a reminder of the importance of staying on the trail. Hashtag don't doom the bloom. Don't trample the flowers. Tread lightly. Someone brought a little miniature horse into the poppy field, and he's holding up a sign like, pictures with the pony over here. Like, you can pay to sit on the horse in a field of poppies.
But it's not stopping anyone. Nearly 150,000 posts are tagged Superbloom.
Oh my god, what the hell is this thing? There's someone in a weird flower costume.
The look that we're going for. Like Hunger Games realness, almost, you know?
Okay, that's someone else. Her name is Vladana Rose. She's a member of the Kitty Cult.
Almost, you know?
So I was kind of going for a fairy-esque 90s grunge cloud person.
Yeah, that's a good look, especially for your weight. All right.
Good.
Everyone from LA is taking these Instagram shots, so that kind of like made me a little bit cringy about the idea of taking photos.
Yeah, you're not special.
Then I'm looking at the flowers and I'm like, they're so pretty. I should put a dress on and be like everyone else.
Well, there you go. Proof that Instagrammers are awful, as if you needed proof. Let's move on. We've played those masturbator trainer videos on the podcast before. This is, I think, normally for like gay dudes. And it's for chronic masturbators. You watch this video, there are flashes of gay porn, and the system, the trainer, will tell you when to take hits of poppers. Bait your dick. Bait your dick now. Prepare for poppers. Popper bait. Inhale. Well, Vladimir Putin over there in the Discord found a straight training video. This is the Slut Mantra.
Come girl.
Brought to you by Cum Girl.
1, 2, 3, 4. I'll lick your cum up off the floor. 5, 6, 7, 8. Semen in my mouth tastes great.
They've already put way more effort into this than the gay porn one. This includes a little poem. It even rhymes. The gay one is just kind of about dick. Like, dick, stroke it. Stroke that dick now. Do poppers. Feels good.
7, 8, 9, 10. Your cum is dangling off my chin.
We've all been there.
Brain pop. 1, 2, 3, 4. My brain goes floating out the door.
This is very hypnotic.
5, 4, 3. Thinking is too hard for me.
Yeah, you don't need to think. You're a dumb whore. Just spread those legs and show that twat. 6, 7, 8, 9. Time to flash that worn-out gine. Oh, maybe I should design my own trainer.
4, 3, 2, 1.
This is getting trippy.
Fuck my brain. Make me dumb. Girl ambition. 1, 2, 3, 4. I'm nothing but a silly whore. 5, 6, 7, 8. Wearing clothes is what we hate. 6, 5, 4, 3. A slut is all I'll ever be.
And this just goes on and on. Interestingly enough, so who said this is Vladimir Putin? I clicked on the link. It goes to some porn site. The guy who actually uploaded the video, I clicked on his name to see what else he's posted. Whoo! There's a porn out there called Smells Like Fish, Tastes Like Chicken. It involves a man shucking oysters. There's tons of oysters around, right? In the middle, there's obviously a pussy, like a real woman pussy. She's lying down, but all you can see is her pussy. There's like a garbage bag around her, right? So there's all these oysters, and then a female pussy, and he's like digging out the oyster meat or something. He gets to the female twat and is like, this is the weirdest oyster I've ever seen. I can't get the meat out. So he investigates further by pulling down his pants. And but then he takes the real oysters and starts masturbating with them.
Oh, I like that oyster.
Here he is scooping up some of the oysters. Oyster meat.
Fuck the oysters. Oh, yeah.
He's coating his dick.
Oh, it's such a nice fucking oyster. Oh, God, it feels good. I love my oysters so much. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah, I could fuck oysters all day long. Oh. Oh, it's so nice and yummy. Feels so good, wet and slimy. Oh, yeah. Let's open up that virgin oyster. See what you got in that tight little fucking hole oyster.
Again, to be clear, this is a real oyster he's opening. It's not the pussy.
Open up. I want to get in there.
He's gonna fuck that oyster.
Fucking oyster.
There it is.
Yeah.
And
fucking virgin oysters, huh?
His dick is inside of it. Oh.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah, nice virgin fuck. I like to fuck them tight little virgin oysters.
What the hell is jerking off to this porn?
Yeah, you like that, you little sweet oyster? You like my
I'm into mainly mollusk porn.
cock in your virgin hole? Yeah, I fucking
You've got a female, a human being, when her twat is exposed right next to you.
Nasty little oysters. Oh, yeah, I love to feel that oyster meat all over my cock. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. That's it, oyster. Look at that oyster, huh? Yeah, all you little guys like looking at that. The king oyster over here. Oh,
Yeah, he's finally paying a little bit of attention to the human pussy. That's what he referred to as the king oyster.
Little oyster. Yeah, it's a good little oyster. Oh, yeah, look at that. Yeah, I like my oyster. My little baby oysters. They're all so nice to me.
There you go. Just a little bit from Smells Like Fish, Tastes Like Chicken. That guy deserves an AVN award for his hard work and sacrifice. His dick fell off shortly after shooting that scene. Hey, occasionally I like to play live stream fails here. I don't think I've ever played this one before. It's very short. We've got a kid playing, I don't know what video game he's playing, but his mom interrupts him because the smell is overwhelming. Some of these gamers, in addition to just having bad hygiene, some won't even get up to go to the bathroom. They'll either piss in a bottle sitting down, or, like in this example, they will just shit themselves and continue playing.
Demetrius, Get off the game, go to the bathroom, and take a shit. Now.
Hey.
Bathroom and shit now.
Can you imagine having to be told by your parents to go to the bathroom?
Hey.
Bathroom and shit now. Go to the bathroom and take a shit. I can smell you.
He's just making noise. He's like, so he's either retarded or embarrassed.
Get off the game, go to the bathroom, and take a shit. Now.
Hey.
Bathroom and shit now. Go to the bathroom and take a shit. I can smell you. Get off.
Hey,
go to the bathroom.
Get out.
Go to the bathroom. I can smell you shitting yourself. Get up and go to the bathroom. Now.
No.
Get up and go to the bathroom.
Not yet. What the hell?
Go to the bathroom. You're shitting yourself.
Not yet. What the hell?
Go to the bathroom.
Is this Jonathan Nyhouse? Kind of sounds like him.
To the bathroom.
Not yet. What the hell?
Go to the bathroom. You're shitting yourself.
Not yet. What the hell?
Go to the bathroom. You're shitting yourself.
Not yet. No.
I will rip everything apart. I swear to God. Go to the bathroom.
Not yet.
You're shitting yourself.
Not yet.
Code red.
You're shitting yourself. Poop is coming out of your fucking asshole. Go to the bathroom.
Oh, I could listen to that shit all day, but I guess we should move on. Finally, before we get into the news, I've got a clip submitted by Dr. Cunt in our Discord. Thank you very much, Dr. MD. This is an insane woman crying in the streets. The cops come by to see if she's okay or if she's dying. That's when she directs all of her emotions. Sadness, anger, mostly sadness and anger, to the cops.
This police officer came up to me and asked me if I was screaming. I am not screaming. I have been crying very quietly, and there's no reason anyone should have called me. I'm the victim of crime in the state of Michigan.
Yeah, someone called the cops on her because she was making a racket. She says she was crying softly. I don't think she does anything softly.
Quietly, and there's no reason anyone should have called me. I'm the victim of crime in the state of Michigan. I'm the Oakland Community College witch hut witch. I was locked up illegally in a Catholic loony bin set up by my employer, Oakland Community College. Bill Schuette, the Attorney General, has sent people to my house to harass me. You are harassing me right now. I have been abducted from my house by the police, and I would like you gentlemen to leave. I feel I am in danger. This is going on.
In danger? They haven't said a word. They're just staring at you with their mouths open. They can't believe what they're hearing.
By the police, and I would like you gentlemen to leave. I feel I am in danger. This is going on YouTube. I have done nothing but stand here and wait for a bus. I would like you to please.
This is not a bus stop, lady.
Stand here and wait for a bus. I would like you to please. It's a motor bus. There is a bus.
I called for an RV.
You called for a bus.
It's all very sane what's happening here.
You are upsetting me.
Normal run-of-the-mill shit.
You are upsetting me. I have been harassed by the police in this state. I am a female who is the victim of crime. Are you going to take my crime report? I am the victim of crime.
So the cop, trying to be helpful, is like, okay, what's the crime? What's wrong? Give me your report.
What's going on?
I just told you what's going on. You are not prepared to hear my story. My story's been going...
Did you not hear me? There's a witch hunt going on by my college professor.
For years, I would like you to please leave me alone. I am not safe in your presence because of my story and the fact that the Attorney General, Bill Schuette, I am not crazy. I am not crazy. I am the victim of crime and the obstruction of justice.
If you have to yell, I'm not crazy multiple times... If you're able, you got to take a hard look at yourself.
This from Attorney General Bill Schuette. I am standing outside of the Everett Library. I have been standing here very, very quietly crying. I have not been screaming. My voice is loud now.
Why have you been crying in front of the public library? Regardless of how loud you are, that's cuckoo shit, right?
Because you are re-traumatizing me. I was abducted.
Re-traumatizing?
is loud now because you are re-traumatizing me. I was abducted from my house from the Livonia police on February 22nd, 2013. You are re-traumatizing me right now.
When was it that you called the motive?
The motive bus was scheduled, it has to be scheduled in advance. It's coming at 4:15 or 4:30.
So there's nothing we can do to help you then?
The state of Michigan needs to prosecute Oakland Community College for its...
The cop wants to leave. He's like, okay, just want to make sure you called the right place. You don't need us? He's trying to leave, and you won't let him now.
The state of Michigan needs to prosecute Oakland Community College for its perjury.
Okay, we'll get right on that.
For abducting me from my house. And St. Mary Mercy Catholic Looney Bin, I was locked up without evaluation. Are you gentlemen refusing to take my crime report? Are you adding to my burden?
We have another call to go to. We thought you were what we were looking for, but you're not. So we're going to leave you alone for the moto bus or whatever.
I wasn't doing anything when you came up to me. You are harassing me.
They're leaving. They're like, hey, we got the wrong lady. I'm sorry. We thought you needed help. We were mistaken. We're leaving. They're walking to their car, and she's still yelling at them.
We thought you were what we were looking for, but you're not. So we're going to leave you alone for
and
the
he's
moto
turning
bus.
around and walking.
I wasn't doing anything when you came up to me. You are harassing me. I believe this officer has lied. What is your name, officer? I believe you have lied.
They're in the
I
car.
saw you over here, officer. I think you're a lying police officer.
Okay.
I saw this guy on the corner. I saw this guy at this intersection. He went around the block and he came down here. And I think the librarians might have called the police.
They're probably in cahoots with the college.
All I was doing was standing here slightly crying. I can't win in America. My life is in danger. I was not making a scene.
I can't win in America. I like that slogan. Also, slightly crying is pretty good. All right, and with that, let's get into the crazy, bizarre twist to the fucked up news right now. If you're not a member of the Distorted View Sideshow, what are you waiting for? Help support the stupidity. Every week, you'll get brand new Sideshow exclusive episodes you won't find anywhere else. Yesterday, we did a Sideshow exclusive program. Tomorrow, another one. Plus, you get full access to the entire archive of programs, and there are extra bonuses. I'm starting to work on creating a feed of all the old Butt Fudge Sunday shows. I have to re-upload some and move them around and change the RSS feed. So sometime this week, you'll be able to access all of the old Butt Fudge Sunday shows in a convenient RSS feed, which is kind of cool. Sideshow memberships are only $6.99 a month, even less when you opt for a quarterly, semi-annual, yearly, or lifetime membership. I know a lot of you freaks are getting your IRS refund checks, which is really cool. Use a little bit of that money, become a true and honorable freak, and it really does help ensure that this show continues on for a long, long time. The other way to support the show, of course, is our Patreon account, patreon.com/distortedview. I just posted today the first episode of a new podcast series I'm doing. A lot of people have asked me to talk more about me and my life. You know, get to know Timmy Poo. I posted the first installment today, and it's based on something we talked about on the show. That clip of the couple, the girl who was with her boyfriend, asking him questions about their relationship, but he was high on drugs and couldn't form a fucking sentence. Remember that clip? So I found a list of get-to-know-you questions. These are questions to ask your crush, and I asked myself those questions. You'll learn about the last time I cried, my bad habits, my pet peeves, the scariest experience of my life, and all other sorts of bullshit. Check out patreon.com/distortedview. You can pledge as little as $1. Every little bit does help, and I am committed to doing more of these. As I said, at least once a month, I'll be doing these little mini podcast things about myself. Of course, you also get the access to a special voicemail line if you pledge $5, yada, yada, yada. Check it out. Patreon.com/distortedview. All right, 3 very quick stories now. First up, Adam Curlykale, 32, started tattooing himself to cover up skin blemishes after being treated for cancer. He was depressed by his appearance, but he then became obsessed with body art when he started having his skin tattooed. For more on skin tattoos, listen to yesterday's episode of Distorted View Daily, where a woman got her asshole tattooed and repeatedly screamed the N-word. Is that a plug for the sideshow? I think it is. After spending 12 years inking 90% of his body, including his goddamn eyeballs, Adam from the city of Kaliningrad in Russia, or something, Kaliningrad, was still not happy. He's a completionist. He wanted to unlock every goddamn achievement. Go platinum or go home, right? The heavily tattooed man felt that his genitals and nipples looked out of place. I guess because they weren't tattooed? So he had them surgically removed. What? And now he shared his jaw-dropping pictures of himself fully nude to his 10,000 followers on Instagram, in which he covers his groin area with handcuffs and a whip. Well, I want to see that. Oh, there he is. He looks like, if you're an Arrested Development fan, remember when Tobias Funke joined the Blue Man group and painted himself blue? He blew himself. That's exactly what he looks like. When this guy says he tattooed 90% of his body, it doesn't mean that he got tattoos, right? Designs. He literally inked his entire body blue. I'm going to have to ask that you bend over and show me your butthole. So this is 90% of his body. What's the remaining 10%? I mean, he cut off his dick, so you can't include that anymore. It's not part of his body. Maybe like hair. You can't tattoo hair, but that's technically part of your body. Maybe that's considered the 10%, or fingernails or something. The photographs taken in the central Polish city of Lodz was captioned, "I'm not afraid of nudity, as I'm not afraid of people." It's almost like you're not even nude, though. You don't have genitals anymore, and you're covered from head to toe in blue ink. Commenting on his post, one fan wrote, "You are yourself, and it is beautiful. I don't know you personally, but I feel you're a great guy." Another added, "I'm jealous." A third person warned, though, "Hey, Adam, you're such a special man, and that's amazing." Well, that's not a warning. Adam rose to fame in 2017 after taking part in Poland's Second Face TV show. He revealed, "I belong to a type of people called nullo," or nullo, like null and void, like your penis is null and void. "I belong to a type of people called nullo, which means that I'm in..." Why are these words so hard today? That's something you typically don't hear journalists or reporters say on the news. Anderson Cooper never cries. These words are too tough. I'm done. Agamic? I'm an agamic person? A-G-A-M-I-C? Agamic? But asexual doesn't mean that I don't have a sex drive. People from the nullo community don't want to have body parts like nipples, a belly button, or genitals, which determine if you're a man or a woman. You want to be genderless in every way, shape, and form. Previously, he spoke about how difficult it was to use the toilet without his genitals. Yeah, I gotta imagine that's one of the top things people ask about. How do you piss? He wrote on social media, "I removed the catheter in drains thinking it would be better, and now I return to the catheter. The pain is insignificant because I'm happy. Looking at my genitals, I felt abhorrence and abomination." Strong words. Now you got a goddamn little catheter sticking out of you whenever you have to piss. That can't look too good. If you want to see what this guy kind of looks like, I will make him today's featured image over there at DistortedView.com and SuperFreakSideshow.com. All right, second story we have for you now. This one comes from my home state, right here in Ohio. A Dayton man who stole more than $150,000 from his mom for porn and fetish materials, purchased more than 150 items of lingerie, silicone sex dolls. Oh my God, I hope to God he was shopping at AdamandEve.com and used coupon code FREAK. My cut of those sales, holy shit! That would solve all of my money problems. Everyone go to AdamandEve.com. Steal hundreds of thousands of dollars from your parents and go on a shopping spree. Just remember to use coupon code FREAK. I'm always pushing those promo codes. I'm a company man. All right, yes, he purchased 150 items of lingerie, silicone sex dolls, a laptop computer for porn probably, and other items. Sean Joseph, 59, admitted that he shouldn't have spent $166,000 on such items, and that his mom is nonverbal and can't communicate. She's also nearly blind and has profound dementia. Well, she's not going to do anything with the money. Come on. Joseph was indicted on 2 counts of theft from an elderly person above $37,500, which is some sort of limit there. 2 counts of illegal use of a minor in nudity-oriented material. Oh, okay. So there's some child porn involved. And 2 counts pandering sexually oriented material involving a minor. As of right now, no trial date has been set in Joseph's Montgomery County Common Pleas Court case. The search warrant inventory from Joseph's home, oh, here we go, included 5 silicone sex dolls. I bet you they were those real dolls, the really expensive ones, like 5 to 10 grand a pop there, with multiple heads, okay, more thousands of dollars there. 1 box of unopened lingerie purchases, including wigs. Probably for the dolls, right? Sex toys and a box of ligature? What the fuck is ligature? Is it like bondage gear or something? Ligature. Something used for tying or binding something tightly. I hope that wasn't for the sex dolls. I mean, they can't move. Is this man delusional? Or was that, or the ligature was for the minor, so he or she could not run away. All right, it also included 2 laptop computers, a desktop computer, oh yeah, a whole setup here, a television, and 3 cell phones. Burners. The February 2019 affidavit said many credit cards and bank accounts had Joseph's mother's name on them, and that many purchases were for cam/web girls. The document also said Amazon, not Adam and Eve, showed more than 150 pieces of what could be described as women's lingerie, 2 lifelike sex dolls, other sex toys, and a laptop purchased in 2018. Sean stated that it was he who used the credit cards, but he said that before his mom started going south medically, there was an understanding that he was permitted to use her funds. Not like that. The mother probably meant for, like groceries, to pay bills. Not for a harem of rubber sex dolls. Why can't this happen to my mother? I'm sorry. That's a horrible thing to say. And I know she doesn't have hundreds of thousands of dollars in her bank account, but still, let's imagine she did. I probably would take advantage of her too. All right, not sexually, of course, just, financially, steal her money, Joseph's mom has been moved to a nursing home for full-time care, and Joseph said she has been non-communicative for about 2.5 years. He believed that since his mom permitted him to use her accounts in previous times when she was lucid, this was permission enough to spend over $166,000. The investigator wrote, all while not appropriately providing a high level of care that she so desperately needed. Yeah, mom was living in squalor. Bed sores, sitting in underwear, full of shit, Bonus, as suspected, additional search warrants led to a search of multiple computers that, yes, revealed multiple videos of child porn. Joseph, surprisingly, is free on bond. Joseph owed money to creditors but did not have a felony criminal record. Not yet. That's coming. Final story we have for you today. This one just happens to come from our most fucked up state. Say it with me.
Florida. Our most fucked up state.
A man stabbed his nephew 4 times with a 6-inch fillet knife. Why, you ask? Well, the little shit was taking too long in the bathroom. He claimed the younger man also made him feel disrespected. Well, that's a stabbing right there. Dan Johnson, 72, was arrested and charged with aggravated battery with a deadly weapon. Where the hell did this take place? Near Daytona Beach. The man was being held at the county jail. According to investigators, the victim, Michael Johnson, 29, called 911 at approximately 7:34 p.m. on Tuesday to report that he had been stabbed multiple times and that the suspect, whom he identified as his uncle, was still in the house. Hello, I need evac. I've been stabbed 3 or 4 times, said Michael Johnson, breathing heavily in apparent pain. Well, yeah, when deputies and police officers arrived at the home, they found Michael Johnson with stab wounds to his abdomen and his lower back. The nephew was airlifted to Halifax Health Medical Center and is expected to survive. Investigators said Michael Johnson lived in his vehicle in his father's driveway, normal, and that his father allowed him to use the bathroom. Apparently the house belonged to Michael's father, and his uncle lives there as well. Well, on Tuesday, he was about to get in the shower when his uncle came banging on the door. An emergency situation. I gotta take a shit real bad! Someone called the Prune Brothers. The nephew said his uncle started yelling at him, saying, "You need to come out of the bathroom. You've been in there too long." Michael Johnson said he told his uncle, "I just got here," and his uncle continued to bang on the door. The younger Johnson said he wrapped himself in a towel, opened the door, and his uncle started punching him. Then he realized that his uncle, who had a knife in his hand, had been stabbing him. Ooh, I have the 911 call here.
911, where's your emergency?
Yeah. Hello?
Yes, this is 911.
I need to evacuate the
Jesus Christ. He's in apparent pain here. What fucking news story? You can tell he's in pain.
I've been stabbed.
Apparently this guy was in pain or something.
Okay.
Someone help me!
What is the address that you're at?
Of course he's in pain.
Here's the corner of Garfield and Bisbee.
All right, I got you into land, correct?
Yes.
I've
been stabbed 3 or 4 times.
I've got help coming to you, okay?
Okay, come on now, lighten up. It's a great day in DeLand. The sun is shining, the birds are chirping. This 911 operator is ridiculous. Listen to her.
I've been stabbed 3 or 4 times.
I've got help coming to you, okay?
Okay, I got some help coming, hun.
I need
the person that did this to you still there?
Yeah. Please, hurry up.
Bitch, I'm passing out.
They're coming, okay? Just stay on the phone with me.
All right, well, you get the idea there. Michael Johnson had 3 stab wounds to the chest and abdomen and 1 to the lower back. Dan Johnson told investigators he finished working in the yard, had a beer, and was ready to take a goddamn shower, but he found the bathroom occupied. He left, returned 15 minutes later, and found the facility still occupied. Well, you know, sometimes people take a shit before a shower. It takes time, come on. He knocked on the door. He said his nephew opened the door and buffed up at him. A report states that although Michael Johnson didn't take a fighting stance, make verbal threats, or otherwise threaten to attack, Dan Johnson went to his room, and from his collection of knives, he has a collection, chose a narrow-bladed butcher or fillet knife, and walked back to meet his nephew. Meet his nephew? Stab his nephew. He was going there to stab his nephew. Dan Johnson said his nephew took a step towards him, so he stabbed him in the stomach twice. Police recovered the knife, believed to have been used, which Dan said he put back in his collection after stabbing. I wonder if he wiped it off. Well, there you go. That, my friends, is your Distorted News for Wednesday. Let's do a couple voicemails. Get the hell out of here. Love to hear from you freaks. Many ways to contact the show. Show at DistortedView.com. DistortedView.com is our official website. Of course, I'm all over social media at DistortedView on Twitter and Instagram. Facebook.com/DistortedView Show. And what's the other one? MySpace.com/disview or something. I don't know. No, YouTube.com/DistortedView Show. All right. Got a couple freaks calling in here. First up, some patron calls.
Timmy Boo, Scumhook here, mate. I need to apologise and repent for my voicemail yesterday about the users getting kicked from the Discord. It's true, there was a purge.
Yeah, something yesterday someone called, or maybe it was Scumhook who called in and said that they went ahead and purged like 500 freaks out of the Distorted View Discord, which, you know, I don't agree with. I don't know why. Oh, they did it because I have not set up my bidet. Like, this is in some sort of retaliation. And, you know, I can't control the freaks. You know, all I can do is just shake my head in disapproval. I hope it wasn't like a permanent ban thing. Maybe I got to get control of that Discord.
Vlad or Dr. Cunt, or I can't remember who it was, one of the other faggot mods got their panties in a bunch about the fact that there were people on the Discord who hadn't logged in over a month. So they clicked the...
Yeah, you know who else hasn't logged in a month? Me. Did I get banned? Some people, you know, go away for a couple months. Are we going to? I guess we're going to punish them.
Purge button and got rid of everyone who hadn't been active in a month, which left us with pretty close to 500 members who were active, which I think is pretty fucking good.
Yeah.
Anyway, I saw that as a...
I think there's like 580 freaks now.
Chance to leverage that, to get you to install the fucking bidet.
Oh, yes, I will. I know.
Desperate for you to install that thing.
I know. Believe me, my asshole needs that bidet. I agree with you.
On how clean your anus is after this wonderful thing gets to hose you down. So, anyway, that's the story behind it. It's we're not going to be kicking any more people off the Discord, so I don't want freaks getting scared they're going to get booted just because you enjoy the arsehole, you filthy fucking fruit.
All right,
anyway,
well,
Timmy, keep up the good work.
Thank you very much. Now, listen, if you did get booted out of the Discord because you haven't logged in a month or so, you just have to log back in and join. Just go to the link at distortedview.com and you can pop back in the Discord. You're not being punished or anything. It was just a purge of inactive users. You can go back in there at any time, and it's all good. You're not being punished or anything.
Hello, Insanovich. Vladimir Putin here. Good day, good day. How is my sexy little podcasting friend?
I'm doing okay. I feel a little bloated.
I call with the secret to success in multi-level marketing pyramid scheme.
Yes.
Now we are talking 1 through 10, scale of attractiveness. We all are familiar. If you are a 7, maybe you have success. If you are solid 8.5 plus, don't worry about it. Get whatever it is, sell the wine, sell the jewelry, whatever bullshit thing it is.
So you're saying, like, attractive people can succeed in pyramid schemes?
Your good looks will get you through in this venture as it has gotten you through the rest of your life.
Oh, I see.
If you are anything...
So it's not just unique to pyramid schemes. If you're better looking, you'll do good in whatever career you choose.
For lower than 7, if you are 7 or lower, really, chances of success and multi-level marketing scheme, very, very low.
I wonder if that's true. I wonder if there's been a study done, because that kind of makes sense. You got to be out there in front of people.
I'm just wondering...
You got to be charismatic at least, trying, getting people to believe your bullshit.
Cat Lady's voicemail played before mine or after mine. We will find out. Good day, Tim.
Level Lady Cat Lady did not call in today. She's mad at me because I don't have a post office box right now. I'm still in, and I'm upset with the post office. I've got to go there this week. I promised you guys I would take care of it this week. So one way or another, Level Lady Cat Lady, I will get you an address to send your very kind gift to me this week. So be on the lookout.
Timmy Boo.
I'll probably contact you in the Discord if I haven't been banned or deleted
Timmy
or purged.
Boo Henson. What's happening, man?
Hello.
Couple
Is this
things.
Rick?
This is Rick from Baltimore.
Yeah, I know that voice.
One, I would go to that bitch's wedding and I'd pull out a big fucking roast beef sandwich and start noshing on it.
Oh, you're talking about the Facebook post from the bride-to-be with all the rules. Like, all her bridesmaids have to, buy these super expensive $5,000 gowns and shoes and shit.
Second of all, that was one thing, even though...
And the fat people have to wear black.
Didn't get married. Things fell apart a month before the wedding, literally.
Really?
But that was one thing I really liked about my fiancé at the time.
Were you able to... I'm assuming, a month before the wedding, you had already paid for a lot of shit. Were you out that, or were you able to get a refund or your deposit back?
She was very practical. We were going to cover...
And why did you break up? I'm so curious.
Ourselves because she said her mom would cover it, but she wanted to control everything. We had an outdoor pavilion.
Okay. Well,
we had a local place that catered the food, which were cold cuts and everything. The whole bill was going to come up to $800, which we were going to split, including some unitary...
Wait, your entire wedding was going to be $800? Well, I guess, if you're serving salami at the reception,
or whatever,
wedding on a budget.
Because we both agreed, why the fuck should you pay $20,000, which we didn't have or anything else?
That's true. If I ever get married, that's not going to happen.
Something fancy, which neither one of us wanted.
It's going to be like a courthouse thing.
It was a BYOB.
Spending fucking $20,000, $50,000 on a wedding. That's ridiculous. For one stupid day?
We didn't have the money to pay for all
I feel very similar about vacations. I feel like it's a waste of time. I like spending, if you spend $20,000 on a car, you can use a car for many, many days.
Alcohol. But if you
Vacation only lasts a couple days.
With me, as long as you didn't act like an asshole. So, yeah, I mean, we both agreed that we'd rather take our savings and put it into something better. But yeah.
Right. Well,
fucking.
Now you've got more of that to yourself because it did not end in marriage.
What, $20,000 for, what, one day? And you're probably going to be so drunk
Exactly.
you won't remember it
I think a
anyway.
lot of guys feel that way. It's the woman who tend to feel, the women that tend to feel more strongly about having a big, beautiful, expensive wedding. I blame that all on conditioning. Little girls are taught to want that. You find yourself a woman who says, I just want a small wedding, or we can just elope. She's a keeper right there. Snatch that up. That is all the time we have on this edition of the show. I want you guys to email me, show@destroyedreview.com. Destroyedreview.com is our official website. A voicemail line for you, 206-666-4463. That's 206-660-GODDESS.
Go to the bathroom! You're shitting yourself!
Spread the distortion, STD. Tell all your friends about the podcast. Don't forget to rate us and review us on iTunes, and I will see you back tomorrow if and only if you're Sideshow members. Otherwise, I will be back on Friday. Until then, have a great day. Bye, everybody!
Take a shit so bad, I needed prune juice right away. I'm so constipated, yeah!